No, I love that about the tarot. And I also love the fact that that deck specifically, but the tarot in general, is that it actually doesn't ask you to believe in any particular structure. So you don't necessarily have to be any belief system. So you don't have to be a witch. You don't have to be following the Kabbalah. You don't have to be following any particular type of thing. The tarot is organic and it's archetypal. So it relates to anybody and everybody where they are. And yet it's this
Absolutely.
amazing morphing entity because it can also adopt your belief systems if you would like. So, you know, we see a lot of astrology in there. We've seen a lot of people related to the Kabbalah structure. You know, it's able to mold itself to your belief systems, but it itself remains this organic, sort of untouched entity that just it's there to work with you. And I think the fact that it can do that and absorb so many different types of belief systems, it's just fantastic. And I mean, there's a lot of Catholic references in there as well. Sometimes there's all the archetypal stuff. It doesn't discriminate against anything. But at the same time, all it requires for you to work with it is an open heart and a curious mind. Really, that's the only thing you need to work with the tarot. And there's nothing dangerous about it, except the possibility of getting to know yourself, of getting to meet your different aspects. That's it, really. You can't invoke anything, or you know, it's not devil worship. There's no nastiness to it, and that's one of the things that I love about it, is its universal quality.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes it such a relatable tool that anybody can pick it up and work with it. You know, like you said, it's just have a curious mind and the willingness to be open and to learn about yourself, learn about your experiences, and learn about, if you're reading for others, learn about the person in front of you and to truly understand the person in front of you. You know, because the tarot is very universal. It doesn't fit one specific belief system, or doesn't fit into a specific mold. You can align it to any system out there. The tarot will fit with it. And I found that because I had so many diverse people coming to see me over the years when I was a professional reader. I mean, I had Christian, I had Muslim, I had atheist, I had hardcore spiritualists, I had people that followed the Kabbalah and esotericism, you know, people. That's it. And I could read for absolutely every single one of them because the cards could relate to the human in front of me. You know, the tarot reads the human, not the belief system, or you know, who you are on the outside. It reads the person, and that it absolutely makes it a universal tool. And I think that's its biggest power, is its ability to fit into any system or mold. You know, you can be absolutely any background, you can come from any walk of life, and you can pick up a set that you relate to, and you can work with them. You can work with them for some of the most beautiful, profound things. You know, the misconception of tarot being a tool for evil or associated with devil worship. I think probably the biggest crossover is, well, you know, there's the devil card, you know, so obviously that's got to be evil. And it's like, well, let's understand what the devil card is. You know, he's your shadow aspect. He's your fears and your phobias and your addictions, or the heavy stuff, the shadow stuff. You know, it's not, you know, if you pull the devil card, well, the devil's going to pop out in the middle of the night and come and take your soul. You know, it's not how the cards work. Like,
hi, Baphomet, I'll be there now. Would you like some tea?
Exactly. You know, like you said, you can't summon anything with the cards. You can't bring anything to fruition. The worst and the best that will happen is you'll get to know yourself better. Like that literally is the worst and the best that can happen.
I love the mention of the worst, because it can be, shadow work can be the worst. Like,
oh yeah, shadow work's not a walk in the park, and it's not supposed to be here. And it's supposed to be scary and real and raw. You know, otherwise, how do you get to know yourself? But yeah, that misconception, I think makes me sad when I see that misconception come up with the cards, because I'm like, no, it's so unfounded and so far off from what the cards actually are. that if I'm going to educate anyone on anything, I'm like, the tarot is not evil. Like, the tarot is probably one of the best tools you could ever work with. It's a beautiful tool to work with. Yeah.